Hi loves, you are welcome to Olives. In this video I'm going to be making a swimsuit, and I'm actually going to be transforming this dress into the swimsuit. If you want to know how I made it, do keep on watching and let's get right into this video. I'll begin by turning this dress inside out so I could work on the wrong side of the dress. Okay, I'll fold it into two. This dress was made with a stretchy material, so there will be no zip at the back, and it's also going to be comfortable. So from the shoulder of the dress, I'm going to mark down my waist, which is 16.5, and from my waist I'll mark my waist to hip, which is 10 inches. Now from this waist, I'm going to determine how the curve is going to look like. Okay, so I'm going to come down by roughly 6 inches. That's from my waist. I want it to really cover my butt. If you'll be making this, you can go down by 2 inches, 3 inches, or 4 inches, depending on how you want it to look like on you. All right, so however I have my, which is 6 inches, I'll put it into a straight line like this, and from the hip, that's from the center of the dress, I'll come down by 2.5 inches, which is going to be my crotch. Okay, now from the crotch I'm going to go in by 1.25. It's already on fold, so by the time I open it I'm going to have more than 2 inches. Because this is not a pattern, whatever measurement I'm using includes allowance. Okay, so I'm going to mark this 1.25 and I'm going to curve it this way. Actually, the way I'm curving it, you can go deeper. Okay, I'll make sure that from the beginning of the crotch I have a little straight line before I curve. So for the back, I'll use the same 1.25 I used for the width, and for the length I'm going to come down from this front crotch, right, by 2.25. I wish I could do 2.5, but it wasn't enough. This extension is due to the fact that we have fullness at the back. Okay, I mean our butt. From the front of the curve I'm going to mark 1 inch. Okay, and I'll curve this 1 inch to the waist and also curve it down to the extra 2.25 I marked. Okay, also making sure that I have a little straight line from the beginning of the hem before I curve, and this is not going to be deep. Okay, so I've cut out the back first. I'll remove the inner one, which will serve as the back, so I can have access to the markings on this other one, which will serve as the front. So I'll cut the front out as well. Okay, so this is what I have for the back, and when I turn it this way I have the front, and I'm going to have the overlap like this. Okay, one will overlap the other. I will also work on the neckline and the armhole. Okay, now I realized that this fabric is really stretchy, that whatever I used was too low, so I had to come down from the waist by 3 inches. Right, if your fabric is not too stretchy, it's not going to have this low effect. Okay, so I'm still going to go ahead and curve it just like I did first. I'll curve the front first and still work on the back and curve the back as well. So again, I'll cut out the back first and later cut out the front. Okay, so this is what I have now. I still went ahead to trim in the front a bit. If you're a fan of having the back of your swimsuit thinner, this is where you trim it off, like you have a thinner look. Okay, you know what you like, right? So the next thing now is to reshape the side. Then after doing that, the seams will be open, then I can hem the side of the lower part, that's the crotch part of the swimsuit, and also work at this lower part by hemming it up. Okay. After working on the neckline, I'm ready to join the sides together. Trim off excess, have the seams open. Now the lower part, that's the edge of the crotch, I'm going to fold it in like this. This fabric does not fray, so I didn't bother knitting. I just hemmed everything. I'm going to hem it straight and later hem the sides of the crotch. I'll also make sure that both front and back crotch have the same width so they can match. Since this material is stretchy, I used zigzag stitch. This is how it looks so far. Now I'm ready to fix a closure. I'm going to overlap it. I actually wore it to know how comfortable it will look on me when I overlap it. Okay, so I marked exactly where the overlap will end. Okay, so this is what I have, and I'm going to be using snaps or press thread. I'll be using one at each end of the crotch. This is how my transformed dress turned out into a swimsuit, and this is how it also looks like on my mannequin. I also tried wearing it so we can all see how it looks on me. I hope you enjoyed learning and watching this video. If yes, give it a thumbs up, do subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next one.